getting divorced is a sin, bring it to Jesus. I'd try to have more sex with him. I would try to, and a lot of teachings of church harmed our marriage actively.
This did not sound like a very cool or fair idea for me. Anyway, that was all before I embraced Islam. As soon as I knew and understood the beauty of marriage in Islam, that Islam installs into both man and woman, it's beautiful.
In the West, marriage is often wrapped in the glow of a sacred vow. Yet behind that glow, battles over money and children become a daily ritual. But in Islam, a marriage vow isn't just a sweet moment when a ring slips onto a finger. It's a life contract with defined roles, clear boundaries, and a purpose that outlives feelings. Two worlds, two destinies. The real question is, which one truly survives? There was a time when the church asked this woman to guard her virginity for a holy hope, that what God joined, no one should separate. But the irony, that very holy command is what broke her marriage, because her husband believed the church would never dare grant a divorce.
So as soon as we got married, we had been taught that, marriage is the most important thing. Getting divorced is a sin. And I internalized that at a very deep level. And as a result, staying married became my number one goal. Part of what I did was I didn't want to rock the boat at all. If I rocked the boat or brought up tensions or problems, I felt like I was being a bad wife. And so having the perspective that automatically a divorce is a failure and not letting some space and some wiggle room for mistakes was a big problem in our marriage. And had I had more of an authentic view that relationships have all kinds of problems and that divorce is a possibility even for really good people, I think I could have started earlier in my marriage talking about some of our real problems. Number two, I was told that God can fix everything and that I should just pray about it. And I took that to heart. Oh my goodness, did I try so hard to be such a good Christian wife. When things were hard for me, I would just pray. And then I'd heard in sermons a million times that if your grass is dying, then you should water your own grass. Or if the grass looks greener on the other side, you should water your own grass. And so when I was struggling in our marriage, most desperately, I would make sure to I would dig into our marriage. I would try to be a better wife. I'd try to have more sex with him. I would try to just acknowledge him or find ways to love him better. But that actually that backfired because he would often think our marriage was going amazingly. And when I would work the hardest at our marriage is when I was struggling the most. And so just praying about it, bringing it to Jesus, and then trying to work on it was not a great strategy. Lastly, the teachings about sex actually were really harmful to our marriage, and they actually live in deep harm into our marriage until this day. Our sex life is a hot mess, and growing up in a place that doesn't allow for any exploration of sexuality, considers all sex outside of marriage sin. We didn't have sex until we were married, but we also didn't come from a place where we could have open and authentic conversations. Our ability to let go of shame around sexual conversations didn't leave the minute we got married, personally. And we had never seen anyone talk about sex, and we didn't have a language for sex because we were literally not permitted to even think about it. And so as a result, I could probably do TED Talk about this, but our sex life is and has been the whole time. And honestly, the start we got in church was a big part of why.
Church teachings shaped most of her life. They told her to stay, to endure, to keep the marriage sacred. But without real guidance, that kind of command is like saying, "Don't drown," while pushing someone into the ocean with no life jacket. And the irony doesn't stop there. When media outlets report that Western countries like the United States sit at the top of the infidelity index, with Germany close behind, it becomes even more striking that divorce rates rise right alongside it. At least that's what a young man from England saw before he moved to Malaysia and discovered the quiet, unexpected beauty of Islam's marriage laws. Laws built on balance, responsibility, and mercy.
Assalamu alaikum, Samoa. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. The topic today is talking about marriage from an Islamic point of view, but talking about marriage from a personal point of view. And such a beautiful thing for me to have embraced, because I genuinely believed I would never get married. And I said it to my parents, I said it to my friends, I said it to so many people that good luck, God bless, inshallah, you have a good marriage. But for me, no thank you. And the reason why I thought that is because I'm born in the West, where percentage of divorce was ridiculously high. And the amount of times that I would see the mother get custody of the children, sometimes rightly so, but a lot of the times not. And also the fathers, they would lose half of their assets, half of their portfolio, half of their investments, future earnings, and custody of the kids, like I said. This did not sound like a very cool or fair idea for me. Or fair deal, should I say. Anyway, that was all before I embraced Islam. As soon as I knew and understood the beauty of marriage in Islam, I went from somebody that categorically was never going to get married to somebody that very quickly got married. When you actually understand the roles, responsibilities, duties, almost like the character building expectations that Islam installs into both man and woman, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It enforces a male to protect, to provide, to guide, to lead. And it is a woman's role to obey so long as her husband is leading her down the right path. So long as the husband is leading her in a way that actually will increase her deen, in a way that will raise children in the right environment. Just like me embracing Islam as a Muslim, I'm not surprised how quickly it took for me to get married and let go of all of these biases and traumatic feelings and emotions I have towards marriage just because I've witnessed other people's marriages fail. So what if other people's marriages have failed? Now, divorce is an option in Islam. It's not a great option, of course, but divorce is there for a reason, you know? It's like human beings. We're not angels. Repentance prayers are there for a reason because we do sin and we do things wrong. But in Islam, what I love so much is that you both have responsibilities. The amount of people that I have spoken to about marriage since I've got married, who are not Muslim, who are living in the West, when I explain to them how marriage works, they were all surprised, really, really surprised.
In the end, every soul is just looking for a place where love doesn't feel like a gamble, where commitment isn't a cage and peace isn't a privilege. She searched for that peace in promises that were never built to hold her. And somehow, in the most unexpected place, he found a light that finally did. This story isn't about proving one world wrong. It's about finding the world where your heart can finally breathe. And if your journey feels heavy tonight, remember, light does not always arrive loudly. Sometimes it waits quietly, right at the edge of the life you haven't dared to imagine yet. Until next time, keep walking toward the light you were meant to live in.